You say that the latest human quest is immortality?
Are you wondering why I'm reading the back of this box rather than the labels?
Let's talk about Olympic logos. This is the official Paris 2024 logo.
If you have a Wi-Fi router, you need to know how much radiation is coming off this thing.
In 2024, you can't say that you didn't know. Even back in 2020, that wasn't really a legitimate excuse, because the amount of information that's available at your fingertips holding this device would be totally inconceivable to your grandma, even your mom when she was your age. So let's face it, being ignorant in this day and age is completely a choice, whether out of laziness or simply because once you really see what's going on, it's very, very hard to go back to living your simple little life without constantly being disturbed. But still, taking the red pill is way better than sleepwalking through life.
I like the Teddy that was explore the weird. He was unawoke. He wasn't anything. He was just a ignorance is bliss kind of guy. Now everything. Welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. How's it going? More crazy For You page content that's gonna make me spiral. Let's get right into it.
So now they give children chicken McNuggets that cause children to have high cholesterol. And now they say children under 3 years of age, no, up to starting 3 years of age, under kindergarten age, should be tested. And if they have high cholesterol, they should be on cholesterol drugs, which you have to be on for the rest of your life. They want to make money. Why can't we just give them decent food? The University of North Carolina already made a study of hot dogs. Okay, and that study showed that when children ages 8 to 12 eat hot dogs, as many as 12 a month, that's only 3 a week, their chances of developing leukemia and or lower brain tumors go up by 700%. Fun food, great fun. It's a terrible thing.
Wow, I did not know that they were doing this so early. I mean, I'm around kids all the time, and even though it's raised 700%, I haven't seen any of them develop this. But just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not happening. Interesting.
If you have a Wi-Fi router, you need to know how much radiation is coming off this thing. I'm here with Ryan, an electromagnetic engineer. And we're going to measure how much radiation is coming off my Wi-Fi router. Why should I care about this? Why do I worry about Wi-Fi radiation?
There's a whole range of studies starting to come out showing the dangers of EMF exposure. They increase our risk of cancer, it's going to cause neurological issues.
Baseline, it's completely off.
I mean, we're pretty much at zero. It doesn't get much better than that.
So it's off. Now I'm going to turn it on and show you guys how much radiation is coming off this once it's turned on. Ryan, what do you see?
2.5 million microwatts per meter squared. That is enough to thermally heat the tissue of your body. If we were to go 10 feet away, the exposure level just dropped pretty good, 25,000 right there. The key with this is making sure it's like by the bed, by the crib, in your office, next to you. Let's move a little bit further and see. Here we are about 20 feet away or so, and we're down to 1,000. The goal would be to get this into the green where it says slight here. We want it at 10 microwatts per meter squared.
Yo, everything that's around us that is tech is emitting radiation and frequencies and electromagnetic fields, they say. So yeah, it is expected. 2.4 or 5 gigahertz bands, doesn't matter. Your Wi-Fi is affecting you.
I'm sure you figured it out that if you and a couple of your friends try to buy a plot of land out in the country and put some tiny houses on it, the government's going to stop you. They're going to say, no, this plot of land out in the middle of nowhere where you're minding your own business and no one can see you, this is zoned R1. You can only have one residential housing unit on this land. You and your friends can't all live here at once. And if you guys decide to go ahead and do it anyway, the county is going to fine all of the landowners equally. So you're going to pay $700, you're going to pay $700, you're going to pay $700. It's going to be an S show. Well, let me tell you how to game this system. You and your friends don't go buy the land. You and your friends start a corporation. And then you have the corporation buy the land. And then you put your tiny houses on it and do whatever you want, because everything on the land now is private corporate business. And if the county tries to mess with you, they can't mess with you or your friends. They have to mess with the corporation. And that corporation is one entity with you and your friends behind it to fight back. If you're interested in solemnly swearing to be up to no good, follow me for more tips.
Wait, so where do you go from there? What if don't you still need lawyers and stuff in order to fight for the corporation? How do you, and what if you lose? Do they take over the corporation? Does the government just take over the corporation? Oh my God, what is happening here? What is happening? Now I'm going back to the other Wi-Fi thing, and I'm like, these guys, how are you going to get Wi-Fi on here? Are they going to allow Wi-Fi onto the plane? Oh, we got Starlink. Wait, why does Wi-Fi even matter? You got Tiny Home. We're going to keep it going.
I came across a book that said, working out will make you feel weak when it's actually making you stronger. Learning new things will make you feel dumb when it's actually making you smarter. Investing in yourself will make you feel broke when it's actually making you rich. Facing your fears will make you feel terrified when it's actually making you braver. Never hold yourself back. Strive to be better tomorrow than you were today. Thank yourself later.
Okay, interesting. I always feel like I'm getting dumber, but I guess I'm just getting smarter. We're just all getting smarter.
You say that the latest human quest is immortality and divinity. We're all trying to be superhumans. Is that actually happening?
Yes, in places like Silicon Valley, equality is out, but immortality is in. Everybody's talking about immortality. Google has just established 2 or 3 years ago a sub-company called Calico, whose stated aim is to solve the problem of death. We've solved search, now we'll solve death. And they are not the only ones. And basically they are saying death is not some metaphysical phenomenon. We don't have to wait for the second coming of Christ in order to solve it. A couple of geeks in a laboratory can do it.
Are they doing it?
Yeah, they are investing billions in that. Not only them, but all over the world. Basically, there are 3 ways. You can use biological engineering to change the human body, to speed up natural selection. You can use cyborg engineering, which is combining organic with inorganic parts. And you can create completely inorganic life forms. It will be not only the greatest revolution in history, it will be the greatest revolution.
Still be human?
Not in the sense that we understand humanity today.
I'm telling you, I'm ready for cyborg petties. I'm ready. Oh man, they're just gonna try to stop me. But regardless, yeah, I feel like they are trying to do this. They are definitely trying to do this. And I feel some have already figured it out, and they just keep coming back with new names. New names, new faces sometimes.
Apparently, in the Olympic Village where all the athletes stay, they're all banging each other. It's a huge problem they have to deal with. They gave the athletes beds where the bed frames were made out of cardboard because they figured they're not structurally sound enough and it would dissuade the athletes from having sex on them, on these cardboard beds. And I don't know if you guys know anything about athletes, but like their whole thing is overcoming obstacles. So
they're gonna find a way. We need more athletes anyway. We need more gymnasts. We need more Olympians. Let them.
Keep it right in your head. Keep your thoughts good, not bad. Keep your thoughts decent, not indecent. Keep your thoughts full of faith and not doubt, because it is in your thoughts that is determined whether you will be happy or unhappy, whether you'll be healthy or unhealthy. The happiest person is he who thinks the happiest, most interesting, finest thoughts. And that is a fact.
Wow, I love this. I also want to say the goons keep gooning. Keep gooning.
He's blowing it with his breath. Ain't I breathing at the camera right now? Stop. If you want me to train, if you can see me clearly and what I'm obviously doing and you want to train with me, then send me a message and let's work it out. The important thing is patience. It's a journey, not a race. You see that the car did not make it spin, but you saw earlier when the people walked by, it spun. You saw earlier when the geese walked by, it spun. You see, as I'm talking and getting excited, they spin. The car didn't make it do that. But I can do that. Just by talking. You can do that just by talking. See how they kick up? With my excitement, see how they match my enthusiasm? But it's actually my current. And these things are just built to naturally flow with the current. You are a wind current. Become aware of it so that you can build it and move it consciously. You can't consciously build tension if you're unconsciously holding tension. Hello. Whoa! Words to live by. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna do it. Stopped it right on the beat. Come on!
Bro, this is a guy that's feeling the energy. I think I have found the last airbender finally. This is the real guy. This could be the real. How is he? I don't know. I don't know. What are we witnessing here?
Are you wondering why I'm reading the back of this box rather than the labels? That is because there is a valuable piece of information here. Let me explain. The triangle here actually represents whether this particular plastic can be recycled or not. But the number here also tells us what type of plastic it is. And this tells us what type of chemicals are being leached into your food and water. Leaching is the process by which harmful chemicals from plastic containers, plastic water bottles, as well as plastic packages gets transferred to your food or water. Completely avoid plastics number 3, 6, and 7. Number 3 is PVC and may contain phthalates, which are known endocrine disruptors. Number 6 is polystyrene, which contains styrene, which is a known carcinogen and may leach into your food. Number 7 are other newer plastics including polycarbonate, but there is a lot we don't know about them, so it's best to avoid it. Plastics number 2, 4, and 5 are safer to use in general. Plastic number 1, the stuff which is basically used in PET bottles, are usually deemed safe to use, but should not be exposed to sunlight or high temperatures. So to summarize, plastics number 2, 4, and 5 are safe to use, whereas plastics numbers 1, 3, 6, and 7 should be avoided as much as possible. Even though plastics number 2, 4, and 5 are deemed safe to use, they should never be microwaved or heated or be used after they're damaged. Try going plastic free as much as possible. It's safer for you and it's safe for the earth.
Interesting. Never knew what the numbers entailed, but thanks for breaking it down.
So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
Okay, so what we're gonna cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes, yes.
So we're both Indian.
Yes.
But actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Bro, I'm South Indian too. I also thought Kamala was Indian as well. Interesting. We're gonna keep it going.
You know, I was just thinking about the 1984 Summer Olympics opening ceremonies in Los Angeles, where Bill Suter entered the LA Coliseum during the opening ceremonies as Rocket Man. Now, when you watch the actual footage of the opening ceremonies and Rocket Man launching into the air, flying through the Coliseum, and landing literally on a bullseye. 40 years ago. You mean to tell me today, with everything that's changed in technology, internet and cell phones, SpaceX, cars literally driving themselves, you mean to tell me we still don't have the ability to improve upon technology from 1984? I want my jetpack now. And while we're at it, a little Jetson car, bubble cities underwater, colonies on the moon, you know, the little things we were promised as children. Those wouldn't be bad either.
The guy doesn't know they already exist. The government's just hiding it from us. Someone needs to tell him, hey, buddy, we found the things. They keep silencing us when we find the things. Wow, jetpacks exist, and I feel flying cars exist, so hop over to our timeline. Everything's good.
There will not be an announcement. There will not be any sort of, all of our phones lighting up.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Like, the water might not come out of the tap purple. It just might come out of the tap looking normal, right up until you're sick, or your wife is sick, or your children are sick. So looking at this as a holistic thing, the probability of this happening is far higher than we want to talk about. Like, just go back to Texas a couple of years ago. Boil warnings. How many different people across the US have got boil warnings over the past year? Something going through, no one is coming. Be your own first responder. That's kind of what this goes back to. So congratulations, your phone goes off, it says boil warning right now. Like, what are you going to do? Like, hey, this right here is a really great first step as far as being like, hey, do I have something in place to start catching things passively?
Yeah, definitely add filtration to your water pipes if you can. Otherwise, go for like the little add-ons to the shower and stuff, you know, the simple things. You know, it's all about cost optimization. We identify and we try to advance. By the way, Goons, did you interact with the video? Interact with the video. Come on, we're giving you more content and more videos. All right, let's keep it going.
A guy on Twitter just revealed software that can take an Instagram photo and use AI to search open cameras in a location to see if they can find the video of you taking the photo on that day. So the guy who created Die With Me, which is that chat app you can only use when you have less than 5% battery, just unveiled this software where you give it like the Instagram photo on the left, and on the right you see this AI searching through a bunch of open cameras all around the world to see if they can find the people in the photo with the proper location and give you the video of the photo actually being taken. Personally, I think this is brilliant. This must have been so hard to put together. The effect is fantastic, and it's a great way to remind people that you are constantly being watched, and so much more of your information is out there than you think. Also, it's way easier to find your location at all times than you think. Check out his Twitter. He's got a YouTube video on it if you want to learn more about it. He also has a way to support his page. But yeah, I think this is dope and terrifying.
I didn't even know that AI could do that, and now that I know AI could do that, we're already being monitored. Someone's always watching.
The NSA has issued a warning to iPhone and Android users. They are now recommending that you turn your phone completely off for over 2 minutes to reboot, power off, at least once a week. By doing this, you can mitigate the threat of spear phishing, which can lead to the installation of malware and spyware. The NSA warns that threats to mobile devices are becoming more prevalent and also more complex. Most people only turn their phones off during an update, and this can leave you extremely vulnerable. It's important to note that this won't eliminate your risk, but it can definitely help to lower it. A few other recommendations: turning off location services when you're not using them, and also turning off your Wi-Fi. When you're out driving around and you have your Wi-Fi search on, it's constantly searching for new networks, and that can be a problem. And of course, one that I think most people know by now, don't use public Wi-Fi that doesn't require a specific password per user. They also recommend using passwords that are a minimum of 6 digits and not using the same exact password on multiple websites over and over. Don't open links in emails or text messages unless you know the sender. And what you can do is check the...
What the heck? The NSA is telling us to do all this? The NSA? They want to spy on us. Why are they telling us all the things that's going to make it harder for them? Wait, unless there's a new way that they're spying on us, and then these are all inferior old ways, and they're like, it's hurting the population anyway, so we need to... Never mind, too long of a reaction. We got to keep it going. Let's
talk about Olympic logos. This is the official Paris 2024 logo. And is it a French bob? Yes. Not really, but kind of. There's a flame inside, and the woman represented is Marianne. She's not a real woman. This is her in art. She is the personification of the French Republic. This is the painting by Delacroix depicting her. She's the goddess of liberty. The idea of her was created during the French Revolution. This logo was revealed in 2019. A lot of people made a lot of jokes about it. This is not the most controversial logo ever created. This is the most controversial. This is for the London 2012 Olympics. And these letters represent 2012 for 2012. A lot of people saw different things in them. One being ZION, others being Lisa Simpson. The logo is obviously very important. It's on everything. And everyone is a little bit different. They typically have something to do with the country that is hosting. This is why people were like, what is it? And it doesn't really even look like 2012. My personal favorite is Mexico. This was for the 1968 games. And it says Mexico, and then hidden is the little 68. Ah, that's so cute. I like illusions, so I like this. And I kind of like that it's a French woman bob.
Yeah, I liked everything about this. Pretty cool.
Two different sources. We have confirmation, and I've talked to one of those sources myself, that there's something within the vaccines that is being considered as a bioweapon, which is, again, not a new term, but that this particular component within the vaccines is almost like a payload. Now, think of a payload. What does that mean? A payload. A payload is like when there's a detonation, you have a truck or a trailer, and it's got a bunch of dynamite or explosives on it. So they call it a payload. It's designed to deliver a massive eruption or detonation. So they call it a payload because it's not it wouldn't be like a normal onslaught. It would be like a massive onslaught. And so there's going to be a payload with some type of pathogen that will be activated by a sequence of 5G bursts. And these will be basically off of 16 to 18 gigahertz frequency, and it will be essentially 3 bursts that will be sequential and last a minute. And those will be designed, those bursts will actually create a signal that will release this payload that is within the hydrogel component of the vaccines. So what exactly is in there? There's supposed to be 3 pathogens.
Okay, interesting. This could be anything. Sounds like this guy's RIP. RIP. RIP.
These are 5 signs that you're about to quantum jump onto a new timeline. You may start to notice that your face is slimming down, or your body, because you are doing the inner work, and that is helping you release cortisol out of your central nervous system. Cortisol causes inflammation, so when you are able to release it, you are able to see the slimming effects. This might also be coupled with appetite changes. Things that you were eating and drinking in the past no longer bring you joy, or they feel really heavy when you consume them. That's because when you're raising your frequency, we are drawn towards more things that have more light in them, like fruits and vegetables. You're starting to receive more compliments from people when you're out and about. People are giving you gifts, they're hyping you up, being your biggest cheerleader, supporting you. Time starts to feel really strange. Things are either taking longer than they should, or things are accelerating very quickly. You're starting to notice that time is not linear, and how you experience it is dependent on how you are observing it. New characters are starting to enter your life, or people who were in your life are starting to exit. And you may even have people from the past who are coming forward to be a part of your reality again, because they are on a higher vibration, a higher frequency, which is now matching yours.
Yo, that's so cool. That's so cool. Are you guys quantum jumping? Are you hopping timelines? Are you projecting to my timeline? Where you at, goons? I'm still here. I'm still here. We're still recording. Future Teddy's made it. Timelines are not linear. Timelines are not linear. Future Teddy's already made it. And trust me, I'm in this feedback loop with them.
Look, I'm gonna just stank, and y'all gotta deal with it. Because I walked in Target, and they said deodorant is $9.
I'm going to teach y'all a life hack that's cheaper and healthier for you than deodorant. So the reason your sweat stinks is not because of the sweat. Sweat itself is actually odorless, okay? So what happens is there's this bacteria that feeds on the chemicals inside of that sweat, and that creates this pungent smell. Now, if you look at deodorant, it's actually packed full of ingredients your body should not be absorbed. Remember, your skin absorbs, okay? So if you look at it, the main reason it fights the smell is because better, much cleaner option is you take some isopropyl alcohol and you mix it with some water in a spray bottle and you just spray it on. The ratio I like to do is I like to fill this up 1/5 of the way with isopropyl alcohol and the rest of it with water. And then I spray it under my armpits after I shower before I go to the gym, and I never stink. Other great options is you can use glycolic acid. Bentonite clay is also a good one too.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know isopropyl alcohol plus water did that, and makes sense. I have hyperhidrosis. My sweat actually doesn't smell. I sweat like anything, but it doesn't smell. But then again, I'm not using deodorants. That's crazy. Skin's absorbing. Skin's absorbing. Is the alcohol being absorbed in my... Never mind. Alcohol's probably evaporating. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Just one more to end them all.
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
The entire United States of America's food system. Oh, you sent your kid off to general public schools? Congratulations, they're going to be fed garbage. Oh, hey, you woke up? Well, we created this random word called breakfast. Go ahead and eat food and spike your insulin and lower your brain-derived neurotropic factor for the day. That's the good start. Don't worry, trust us. We created the Food and Drug Administration. Then you might want to ask yourself, why is the Food and Drug Administration in the same sentence? Well, because if you eat all the foods in the grocery store with all of the ingredients that disrupt your gut microbiome, then you're going to be able to disrupt your brain. You disrupt your brain, you disrupt your body. You disrupt your body, well, guess what? Your body's not going to function the way that it's supposed to function, so you're going to have to go to the hospitals and work with the drug operating centers. I mean doctors, sorry, or your PCP is going to help you. I mean your primary creator of prescriptions. All of these things might seem a little bit crazy until you realize that taking control of your life is one of the most important things that you're ever going to choose to do. You start to self-educate, guess what? You become dangerous to the society that we live in, at least the United States of America. Other countries ban chemicals, and we're over here having lawsuits over taste the rainbow. No, taste depression, taste anxiety, taste lower levels of brain-derived neurotropic factor. Taste all of the things that taste really good because they put you in an fMRI machine. They fed you some random foods. Your brain said, and now you have a dopamine-based addiction on your foods. You're not actually eating things because they're healthy. They just taste good and trigger your dopamine. And then maybe like 30, 45 minutes later, you're like, wow, I absolutely feel like crap.
Wow, this guy broke it down so well. And the video alongside it, yeah, I'm all for homesteading. I'm all for living off the systems. No, living off the grid, not the systems. Wait, never mind. All right, we made it to the end. How'd you do? There was a lot of videos this time around, and it definitely made you think. I will see you guys next time. There should be videos on the screen now. Click on either one of them. Continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wake up.